Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Ghosted. So we have the patch 14.8 preview actually came out. The full changes have dropped. First, we have for the buffs, Akali. She's getting her base health up 30. Next up, we have his Draven. His Q damage is getting a +5 to it. So whatever it is now, it's just getting a +5. Galio's base move speed is going up by 5 as well, so 335 to 340. And his Q cooldown is going down from 12 to 7 to 11 to 7. Next, we have his Graves. He has increased effective attack speed from items and runes towards his reload time by 35%. And he's also getting a crit damage ratio increase per pellet is from 40% to 45. Next up, we have his Hui. His passive AP ratio is going up from 30 to 35%, and his QQ AP ratio is going from 75 to 80. Next up is Jarvan the Fourth. His passive is going up from 6% to 7%. Next up is Jin. His passive bonus move speed on crit is going from 10% to 14, and then his Q80 ratio is also going up from 35 to 65 to 44 to 74. So a flat, just straight buff on all levels. And then Q base damage is going up from 45 to 145 to 44 to 144. So that's getting toned down, and they're just adding a whole bunch of 4s just because it's Jin. Next up is Kai'Sa. Her Q80 ratio is going up by 5%. That's pretty much all. LeBlanc is getting a Q base 80 rate, or Q base damage being increased from 65 from 165 to 70 to 170. Then her W cooldown is also going down by 18 to 10 to 15 to 10. That's gonna make her a lot safer. Her trade patterns are gonna be up a lot more because she's gonna have her W up, so she can do her simple QW or her QWE, all types of stuff. Next is Olaf. His Q monster damage is going up from 5 to 25 to 5 to 45. Rise W cooldown is going down from 13 to 9 to 11 to 9. And his W slow is going up from 35 to 50. Pretty big buff, I think, on Rise. I think he really wants that slow. It helps him get some kills and get extra poke on some champions. And he can lead to some lethal ranges being reached at the earlier ranks. Next, we have is Silas. His monster damage is going up from 70% to 100%. It's not saying on what ability though, but I assume it's his Q, which is kind of crazy. So they really want to force Silas back into the jungle a little bit, or at least make it a lot more viable for him. Next, we have his Thresh. He's getting armor. He's just getting flat +2 armor, and his MR growth is going up by 0.25%, or by 0.25. Next up, the champion nerfs Azir. First one hit. HP regen is going down from 5 to 3.5. His W base damage is also going down from 50 to 118 to 50 to 110. And then we have Briar. This champion, man, I'm telling you, I don't even know why people are picking her. She's really not that good. HP growth is going down by 5. Q cast range is getting a +25 on the range of it. And the W attack speed is going up, or no, going down, sorry, from 54 to 110 to 55 to 95. So she's losing about 20% when it's fully maxed, and she's getting +1, I guess. I mean, big, crazy. Zac is also getting an HP regen from 8 to 5, and then Zeri is losing 30 health, just base. Next up for the champion adjustments. Next we have is Mordekaiser. His Q cooldown is going down from 9 to 4 to 8 to 4. His E damage is losing 10, but his R can no longer be cleansed. Big change on Mordekaiser. Next up we have his Skarner. Mana growth is going down by 5, but his mana regen growth is going up by 0.15. Q cast time is going down from 0.5 to 0.35. Then next up is Q damage is going from 10 to 50 plus 40% bonus AD to 10 to 70 plus 60% bonus AD. He's a tank again. He doesn't get a lot of AD, so I guess this is a fine change. His Q mana cost is also going down by 40 to 60 to 30 to 50, which is cool. He's going down in the later ranks. Next up, his Q1 buff duration is going to be a little bit longer, from 3.5 seconds to 5 seconds. Still refresh on autos and E's. His Q2 recast lockout is going down from 0.75 to 0.5, which is, it's alright, I guess. It's not, I mean, I'm not too sure. I haven't played too much Garner, so I can't really judge that. Next, his W mana cost is going down, oh no, going up, sorry, from 50 to 70 to 60 to 80. And the W damage is being lowered from 60 to 180 to 50 to 150. And then next we have is just the Baron attacks. Baron's going to be doing a lot more damage, or damage increase to many Baron attacks, yep. And then the Void Camps spawn time is going up, so it's going to be spawning at 6 minutes. More damage. The spawn threshold is from 5 stacks to 4 stacks. Still getting a second summon at 6 stacks, so So to get the 1 Void Grub additionally, all you need is 4 stacks now instead of 5, and you still get the same 2 at 6. So yeah, this is a pretty, not gonna lie, I thought the change was gonna be a lot more. Most of the buffs don't really do much. I think Kali, Draven, Galio, and well, the teammates that do the buffs that are actually big, or at least I think are pretty good, are Jarvan, because remember last year he got hard nerfed his passive because it was doing a lot of damage, because I think they buffed it for one and they nerfed it right after or something. So yeah, they're buffing him again. I can't remember what the passive current HP damage was before, but I know it's getting buffed here, which is kind of nice, I guess, for Jarvan, but I always thought he was fine. So next, I think Rise, that buff is pretty good on him, and I think LeBlanc is going to be seen a little bit more in the meta. I really hate that. I hate LeBlanc, and I don't like facing Rises either, so that's rough. Silas Jungle is obnoxious because I feel like he wins a lot of 2v2s with his mid laner. And Thresh, I mean, he's just going to have more armor. That's all it's really going to do. Azir being removed is kind of sad, but again, when he is in the meta, he can just do everything, which is kind of annoying because you can't kill him. He's too safe, and he can fulfill his job as being a poke mage or a fighter, like in the fight, stabbing you up with the soldier. So that's annoying. And Mordekaiser, you know, I don't know why they're doing that change. It's kind of crazy, but here we have some stuff from Riot Frox himself. The top meta is looking pretty varied with a mix of fighters, tanks, and AP, and some range. We're not looking to mix this up too much as a result. Tanks are a little bit on the weaker side, but Cassante, Udyr, Ornn, Sign, etc. should be situationally viable. We're not looking to make them a dominant blinding pick, so that's good. With Rel out, tank junglers most drafts should be less prevalent. Kind of sucks because I really did like Rel jungle. We're looking to get a few more carry junglers back into the mix, and AP junglers are lacking presence, so we're targeting this out as an exciting flex. Really sucks. Graves, Jarvan, Olaf are also targeted to make an appearance, though Olaf is probably the most opportunistic of the bunch. We have mid. Azir's nerfs are targeted at his ability to get through lane and tougher matchups to open up more champs. The meta is pretty mage heavy, yes, but opening styles of the flex is aimed at having him see more play, with LeBlanc and Kali buffs looking to have a few more non-mages see play. I mean, I don't know if that's really the case. I feel like they're still going to pick some of the... I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't think Kali's going to get picked because of this plus 30 HP buff, but I think LeBlanc will get picked a little bit. Galio is still a bit under all of his changes, so we're bringing him up a little bit further. He's relatively a below mastery champion, and we expect to be able to live above 50% comfortably. Hue is a tad contentious, yes, but he's a champion that we expected to balance around pro play. He's not seeing play broadly, so we're giving him a buff. I don't know why. But despite not being directly buffed, very benefited from the her items, obviously. Otherwise, we're seeing a good range of early supportive and late oriented marksmen available, and just trying to open up a few more situational picks with Jhin, Kai'Sa, and Draven. I don't know what they're talking about. Kai'Sa is always picked, and Kai'Sa is always good. She's always been good. It hasn't been a single point where she wasn't good. She could build like 50 different things. She has a whole bunch of builds. Them buffing Kai'Sa is crazy. Even the 5% buff on her Q is still a lot. Support. Finally, just a lonely Thresh buff to support meta. Overall, we think it looks good with the variety of things that are viable from many classes. So yeah, guys, this is the MSI patch. Let me know what you guys think. Is this a solid patch? Is this are some of these champions don't even need to be on the list? I agree. I think some of the buffs are not really needed and don't really do anything, while I think some of the nerfs are also not really doing anything. You're not picking Briar. I mean, if you're picking Briar, you're kind of trolling, I think, anyways. Zac is gonna, stopping his top lane. Zarya, I didn't think was that too big of an issue, but I guess it's pro play she is. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.